The night was quiet except for the occasional sound of distant sirens. The city never truly slept, but for 12-year-old Emily Carter, life as she knew it was about to change forever. She had always been loved, cherished even by her parents. Being the only daughter of a wealthy and influential businessman, Richard Carter, she had everything a girl could ask for. But her father also had powerful enemies. One in particular, Vincent Holloway, had been furious when Richard won a multi-million-dollar government contract over him. And so, Vincent decided to remove his competition permanently. That fateful night, Emily awoke to a scream, her mother's scream. She bolted upright in bed, heart pounding. Cautiously, she slipped out of her room and crept down the hall, her hands trembling. The door to her parents' room was slightly ajar. Peering through the crack, she saw him. A masked man clad in black, standing over her father's lifeless body. Her mother lay beside him, her once vibrant eyes now frozen in terror. A deep guttural sob almost escaped Emily's throat, but she clamped a hand over her mouth. The killer turned. He sensed someone. He moved toward the door. Panicking, Emily dashed back to her room and slid under the bed, trying to still her rapid breathing. She watched as the killer's boots stepped into her room, his shadow looming. He searched, overturning furniture, looking under the desk, in the closet, but not under the bed. As he turned to leave, Emily's eyes caught a glimpse of a distinctive mark on his calf, an old burned scar. Then he was gone. The days after were a blur. Reporters hounded her, detectives asked endless questions, but nothing could erase the memory of that night. She vowed, right then and there, that she would find her parents' murderer, and she would make him pay. 15 years passed. Now 27, Emily had become a fierce and accomplished businesswoman, running her father's empire with iron resolve. Yet, despite all the success, the wound of that night never healed. She had spent years investigating, hiring private detectives, but the trail always led to dead ends. One afternoon, weary from the weight of her responsibilities, she decided to take a break. She went to the park, hoping to clear her mind. As she walked lost in thought, she stumbled on a loose brick in the pavement. Before she could hit the ground, strong hands caught her. "Whoa there," a deep voice said. She looked up into the most piercing blue eyes she had ever seen. He was handsome, with a chiseled jawline and an easy smile. Emily's breath hitched. Thank you," he chuckled. "Anytime." They exchanged smiles and walked away, but something about him lingered in her mind. The next day, at her favorite coffee shop, she was reaching for a cup when another hand brushed against hers. Startled, she turned and found herself staring into the same blue eyes from yesterday. "You again," he said, smirking. "I think fate's trying to tell us something." She laughed softly. "Maybe. I'm Ryan." "Emily." They exchanged numbers, and soon one coffee date turned into several. She found herself drawn to him. His kindness, his charm, the way he listened. One evening, as they sat under the city lights, she told him about her past, about the tragedy that defined her life. He listened intently, eyes darkening with something she couldn't quite place. "I've done things I regret too," Ryan admitted, staring into the distance. "Things I wish I could undo." Emily reached for his hand. "We all have pasts, Ryan. It's what we do now that matters." And so she fell. She fell for the man who made her laugh, who made her feel safe for the first time in years. Until one night everything changed. Ryan had dozed off on her couch. As she got up to fetch a blanket, his pant leg shifted. Her breath caught in her throat. There it was. The scar. Her vision blurred. Her heart slammed against her ribs. It couldn't be. It couldn't be. Trembling, she grabbed her phone and stepped outside, dialing the detective who had worked on her parents' case. "I found him," she whispered. "The man who killed them. I found him." Tears streamed down her face as she hung up. The man she had given her heart to was the same man who had stolen her family from her. Ryan stirred, sensing something off. When Emily re-entered, her expression was unreadable. "You okay?" he asked, rubbing his eyes. She forced a smile. "Yeah, just tired." For weeks she wrestled with it. Could she really turn him in? Could she avenge her parents by destroying the man she had grown to love? The night of reckoning came when she invited Ryan over for dinner. She had made her choice. As he stepped inside, he noticed the tension in her stance. Emily? What's going on? Tears welled in her eyes. Who are you, Ryan? His face darkened. Emily, what are you talking about? She took a shaky breath. 11 years ago, I saw a man kill my parents. I never saw his face, but I saw his scar. Her gaze dropped to his leg. That scar. Ryan paled. Emily. Her voice cracked. Tell me it's not true. Silence. Then a broken whisper. I was young. Desperate. It was a job. I didn't know them. Don't, she choked, stepping back. Don't justify it. Ryan's hands trembled. I love you, Emily. I never meant to. Love? She let out a bitter laugh, tears streaming. You stole everything from me. Sirens wailed in the distance. Ryan's expression shifted. Acceptance, regret. He didn't run. He just stared at her. I wish I had met you in another life, he whispered. The door burst open. Officers swarmed in. Emily turned away as they cuffed him. The man she loved. The man she hated. As they took him away, he looked back one last time. I'm sorry. Emily watched him go, her heart shattering. She had found her parents' killer. But in doing so, she had lost the only man she had ever loved. Justice had been served. But at what cost?
Do you think Emily did the right thing by reporting to the police? Or should she have forgiven and let go of the past? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with more stories.